Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome to A Course in Miracles discussion. We have been having a blast, and this is our 25th day of being together and just figuring out what the message is for each of us individually and as a collective. I'm Teri Angel. I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
And we have a family together to hold this discussion tonight. We have Chris and Sunny, we have Charlie, and we have our Sharon. And anyone else that wants to pop into the Zoom, come on in. And if you're with us virtually, we really appreciate you coming in with us to study this and make your comments. Kathy just joined us. Hi, Kathy Hand. All right, so let's get going. Karen, would you please open us up tonight?
Okay, ready for some freedom?
Yeah.
Okay, so take this moment to really feel into your true essence, feel into that true heart, the one mind, being extremely, extremely open to hearing these words, and maybe just feeling like this is what you've been looking for. This answer right here might just be what you've been asking for, a confirmation, ask some help. When your peace is threatened or disturbed in any way, say to yourself, I do not know what anything, including this, means. And so I do not know how to respond to it. And I will not use my own past learning as the light to guide me now. By this refusal to attempt to teach yourself what you do not know, the guide whom has been given you will begin to speak to you. This guide will take the rightful place in your awareness. The instant you abandon that you know what to do and you offer it. Boy, I'm excited to hear how everybody's day was. What was that, Gracie?
I think that's Goldie or Gracie. I'm not sure.
I think it might be Gracie. Gracie, are you here, honey?
Hi, I'm here. How are
Oh,
you?
wonderful.
Hey, welcome.
Hi, Sharon.
Welcome,
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you.
So I'll go. This is Sharon. And I love that at the beginning, and especially with Pam Grout, that we're not supposed to understand the words of these. Wait a second, which one are we on? I can't escape the world. No, we're on, I do not perceive my own best interests.
That's the one.
That's the one. Because it was confusing. What do you mean I don't perceive my own best interests? Of course I do. And then I listened to another, because there's so many wonderful people who have given their perspective on A Course in Miracles. And the, I think it was How, is that her last name?
Mhm.
Yeah. And she said, we think we know what we want as a solution to whatever our challenges or concerns are. And it's possible that those solutions that we know only come from what we know. And the own best interest could be a myriad of things that we have no idea about. I'm paraphrasing what she said, but for me it was, okay, so if I want a solution to something and I align with the Course in Miracles and let go of all the images, all the thoughts, wow, miracles can happen. And the answers to my concerns can be something I didn't even think about. So that's how I took it. And I used it a lot all day today because I was having a lot of attack thoughts.
Right. I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Sharon.
Thanks for this opportunity to have conversation and listen to other people's experience with it.
Oh, I was reading in the front part of the book there, and it said sometimes you have to go through like the bad, or not the bad, I don't know how you would explain it. The dark period to see, in order to see the light, like, or and I really resonated with me because I was, an alcoholic back in, and then I had to die, or almost die, go the other side before I seen the lights where the miracle came in. So, it was, when I was reading that, a certain part in there, and I should be marking this stuff and everything, but I didn't. I can't go back to find the spot where it was, but I'm like, wow, that really resonates how, I guess sometimes you got to experience the bad before you get the good, or or go through that for the miracle to happen or something. So, it was, and I was doing it today, and I was just like, Sharon, oh, why am I not want this in my best interest? I've always want my best interest. What's wrong with you? But I was just doing it like they tell you to do it. It's like, it didn't make sense me saying it. And I just can't remember. I got to keep looking back when I'm supposed to have my eyes closed to know what I'm supposed to say. But that's how it went for me today anyway.
Yeah, and Charlie, I encourage you and everyone to read what the angels had to say last night in the blog, because it was this. Sometimes we all go through things. We all go through that dark night. We all experience the things in life that are not pleasant, and we wouldn't choose consciously say, oh, I'm going to do that, but we all go through them, and then we come out on the other side, and like, thank God you came out on the other side. Thank God you're still here with us, and myself too. All the things that I've been through. So yeah, I no longer use the terms good and bad. They weren't pleasant experiences, but they were for a learning experience, and so therefore I don't refer to them as bad.
Right.
They just were. They were just experiences, and that was it. And they were for my best and highest good.
Right.
Yeah. Chris has her hand raised.
It's a good miracle to loving with yourself every day and with your pets, with your dog, with mine, with Sunny, and with Dad.
Absolutely, Chris.
And
Here to love.
and with Erica and with Saint.
Yeah, we are here
Okay.
to love. That's our only function, is just to bring in more light through the love that we expend out to ourselves and to others. I just wanted to see if anyone in our virtual world had a comment. Annie is with us. Hi, Annie Benani. Okay, so Kathy says, I had something happen this afternoon which really threw me for a loop. I couldn't make sense of it. I was really taken by surprise. I tried to find the right words or response. I shared what happened with our Blue Jean. I believe her advice on how to approach it came from Archangel Michael himself. To me, she worked with Big Mike, as she calls him, as my guide today. Yeah. Sometimes we need that outside observer, because when we're wrapped up in the happenings of the moment, if we can't just step away, hit that pause button, as I like to say, then sometimes it does help to have one of your team, one of our support people, to look at it and to bring in that energy of clarity. So I'm so glad she was there for you, Kathy. Thank you for sharing that. All right, and somebody's here. I don't have my phone on the Facebook group, so I don't know who you are. So if you would just say who you are that's in on the group, because it's just telling me that there's a Facebook user online. So, all right, so today's lesson. Now, Karen, did you want to share anything about the one from yesterday for you?
No, like I said, this one I really enjoyed. I found that this one has been something that I have continued to do year after year, and remind myself moment by moment that I don't have a clue of what my best interest is. I have no clue of what the best interest is for anyone else. And that when I give this over to Spirit and I let them show me what my best interest is, oh boy, does they get a big happy surprise. I always get the best surprise. I was thinking about it today. I was thinking about, what I thought would have been the best outcome, and how much better the outcome has come than what I could have ever even imagined. And so many different things that played into one thing that I was trying to figure out. And when I stopped trying to figure everything out, everything just fell right into the tumblers, just fell all into place. And all I had to do was just kind of step back and let love lead the way. And love just took over. And so I just am grateful, so grateful. And I love not having any interest in my best interest.
Okay. Yeah, losing that control.
I do.
That's important, to lose the control and that feeling.
I do.
I'm
so excited about the next big surprise, how fun Spirit is, and how playful and how joyful everything just falls into my lap, and everything just works out so perfectly. And I couldn't possibly have controlled it the way that it came out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Prince has joined us, as well as Ross. Good
Prince.
vibes. Hello to both of you. And thank you for coming in tonight for the discussion. So I know our Gracie is with us. Gracie,
Yes,
if you have
Gracie, do you want to share
anything that
something,
you'd
honey?
like to share, this is the time before we get into the next lesson.
Not quite. Just thankful that I'm here with everyone. So perhaps maybe tomorrow, but thank you.
Oh, thank you for being with us. We have missed you tremendously.
I have to.
All right, so let's jump into day 25. Hard to believe it is here, but it is here. And
Okay, number 25.
yeah,
Lesson 25.
I love this lesson. I love Pam's chapter on this. Just really, it made me just laugh out loud. Her humor is just top of the line. I love her so much. And this one especially, and I remember this. I've gone through her book a couple of times, and she also used to send out daily messages before her book was published even. And I remember this particular lesson and getting it and just laughing, because that's what we need to do, to just not be so serious when we do this particular lesson. I don't know what anything is for. I just don't. And, like you, Karen, it's like, it's not my job to control it. It's not my job to say that's the function of this. And I just, this whole lesson to me is taking us to a place of release, releasing those reins, releasing the controls and the need to control. That's the biggie. I think for me, and I don't know if you all are resonating with that, for me, it's losing those reins and saying, I don't know. I know nothing, like Pam says from Schultz. I know nothing.
Yes,
And
I know nothing.
we may think that we know, but we really don't. We can't see the bigger picture. We don't know I don't know what's for the best and highest good of Sharon. Only she knows that, her and her spirit guides.
Yeah.
So this is the point where we start to say, okay, I really don't know anything. And I just love this lesson, Karen, and I can't wait to hear what the Sparkly has to say about it.
Oh boy. I do not know what anything is for. Purpose is meaning. Today's idea explains why nothing you see means anything. You do not know what it is for. Therefore, it is meaningless to you. Everything is for your own best interests. That is what it is for. That is its purpose. That is what it means. It is in recognizing this that your goals become unified. It is in recognizing this that what you see is given meaning. You perceive the world and everything in it as meaningful in terms of ego goals. These goals have nothing to do with your own best interests because the ego is not you. This false identification makes you incapable of understanding what anything is for. As a result, you are bound to misuse it. When you believe this, you will try to withdraw the goals you have assigned to the world instead of attempting to reinforce them. Another way of describing the goals you now perceive is to say that they are all concerned with personal interests. Since you have no personal interests, your goals are really concerned with nothing. And in cherishing them, therefore, you have no goals at all. And thus, you do not know what anything is for. But before you can make any sense out of the exercises for today, one more thought is necessary. At the most superficial levels, you do recognize purpose. Yet purpose cannot be understood at these levels. For example, you do understand that a telephone is for the purpose of talking to someone who is not physically in your immediate vicinity. What you do not understand is what you want to reach him for. And it is this that makes your contact with him meaningful or not. It is crucial to your learning to be willing to give up the goals that you have established for everything. The recognition that they are meaningless rather than good or bad is the only way to accomplish this. The idea for today is a step in this direction. 6 practice periods, each of 2-minute duration, are required. Each practice period should begin with a slow repetition of the idea for today, followed by looking around you, letting your glance rest on whatever happens to catch your eye, near or far, important or unimportant, human or non-human. With your eyes resting on each subject, you so select, say, for example, I do not know what this chair is for. I do not know what this pencil is for. I do not know what this hand is for. Say this quite slowly without shifting your eyes from the subject until you have completed the statement about it. Then move on to the next subject and apply today's idea as before.
Wow, if you just listen to the words without having the other 24, it makes my head go, what? What is she saying? Oh, man. Whoever
All right.
laid this out did
Here's
awesome.
another little tidbit.
Just do it.
To me,
Yes.
the purpose of everything is to prove that my illusions about myself are real. It is for that purpose that I attempt to use everyone and everything. It is this that I believe the world is for. Therefore, I do not recognize its real purpose. The purpose I have given the world has led to a frightening picture of it. Let me open my mind to the real purpose by withdrawing the one I have given it and learning the truth about it. That'll give you something to think about.
Sure will. Yeah, I was reading in the Course in Miracles Made Easy. I love the stories that he tells in there. And he was telling in this one part of the book about doing a speech, and there had been disaster. There'd been a tsunami, and there were deaths, and some of them had lost loved ones. And they were asking him about it, and they were saying, we've been told by people who teach the Course in Miracles and other teachings that it's all an illusion, that it didn't happen, but we lost our loved ones. What's your thought? And he says, a teacher initiates transformation by joining with the student where the student lives, rather than demanding that the student meet the teacher where the teacher lives. The ultimate goal is to lift the student to a higher level of consciousness, but that happens in gentle steps, not demanding quantum leaps of which the student is currently incapable. So I think this is really important for us to think about with today in our world, and the things that happen that we have a hard time wrapping our brain around, and especially when we're saying that was an illusion, but yet there's people that no longer have their loved ones in their life. So it's something where I really appreciate him sharing that the Course is all about compassion. That's what Jesus was all about. And that's what he brought this to us for, is to be able to go into compassion. And when we go to someone who is in their grief or in their uncertainty and their doubts and not knowing what's what, and we meet them where they are, and we don't try to be preachy and say, oh, it was just an illusion, it didn't happen. We can't do that. We have to meet them where their heart is, and then allow them to open to Spirit, who will then teach them that these things of the world are not real, but it's our dream state, our illusion state. So I just want to keep that in our mind when we start saying that lesson tomorrow. I know nothing. I don't know what anything is for. I don't know the purpose of what happened in mass shootings or floodings, or I know nothing. And when we can meet each other on that level of, I really don't understand it, but I'm going to stay open anyway. I'm going to stay open and not go into the blame and let the ego dictate what's the best and highest good in all of it. So I'm excited about doing this tomorrow and seeing how you all do with it. And
I think it's just about listening soul to soul. I think it's just about really hearing people soul to soul. And like you said, meeting them where they are and accepting them as they are, but also at that same time, seeing them as their true, original, innocent self beyond the appearances. You don't have to say that to them out loud, but you can see it for them and radiate that out to them. And you don't have to say a word. You don't have to say a word about the course or or anything. All you have to do is meet them soul to soul and really, really witness for them their true self. And if they can't see it themselves and they're not aware of it, that's okay. Our only function is the one that God gave us. It's the only function that we have. And that function is to forgive ourselves for seeing that person as anything other than what they truly are.
I was wondering if you wanted me to read that.
Yeah, please. That was so beautiful.
Okay. This is from a book. We use it a lot on chant, and I do some readings once in a while. God makes the river flows. And this is from Cardinal Newman. Shine through us. Dear Jesus, help us to spread your fragrance everywhere we go. Flood our souls with your spirit and life. Penetrate and possess our whole being so utterly that our lives may only be a radiance of yours. Shine through us and be so in us that every soul we come in contact with may feel your presence in our soul. Let them look up and see no longer us, but only Jesus. Stay with us, and then we shall begin to shine. As you shine, so to shine, as to be a light to others. The light, oh Jesus, will be all from you. None of it will be ours. It will be you shining on others through us. Let us thus praise you in the way you love best, by shining on those around us. Let us preach with you without preaching, not by words, but by our example, by the catching force, the sympathetic influence of what we do, the evident feelings of the love our hearts bear to you.
Wow, Charlie, that was beautiful.
Well,
Just loved
thank
that.
you,
I just
Charlie, for
loved it. When
reading
he
that.
read it, I said, you got to read that on our lessons in miracles because it's so perfect with what we just experienced.
Yeah, it really is. Thank you,
I
Charlie.
loved your inflection and the way you read it was
Isn't he?
like
He's
it was,
excellent. He's really good at reading.
yes.
I was a
perfect.
preacher. I was a monk in my past lives.
Yes, you were, because that's what I was feeling when you were reading.
Chanting is
You
inner
wrote
monk.
that right through.
Yeah. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who was here for this part of the program where we discussed A Course in Miracles. And our Tina Vallant has joined us. Hi, Tina. We're so glad you're here. Just love you so much. And Serge Eugene on YouTube, thank you for tuning in tonight. So we are going to now go to our chanting session. And those of you that come in just for the discussion on A Course in Miracles, we're so happy you're with us. And we hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. And Sharon takes her exit. Left.
Hey, Jeff.
Good night, Sharon.
Night.
Good night,
Thank you so
everybody.
much, Sharon. Bye, honey. And I'm going to turn the live stream off of the group. And thank you to all who came in there tonight and all who joined us. We'll see you tomorrow. Right now, we're going to chant Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
I got counted.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to do this 3 times slow, and then we'll do 108 count all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Charlie will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in a short meditation on freedom, and then we'll go into our next chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed.
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed. Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
We declare that all illusions and illness be removed. Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Om Gam
Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Let's go into our hearts with the breath. Just breathe it right into your lungs, filling them completely. And as you do so, just be aware of all the space that's there, all of that energy that's just waiting to be filled up with light. When we release anything that's not serving us, anything that's not for our best and highest good, we open up to miracles. We open up with that feeling of freedom where we can now go forward in that perfect arena where all the miracles exist. And that's where we're going with our next chant. And we're going with our Miracle Marlene chanting with us. And Serge Eugene is still with us on YouTube. Thank you for hanging out with us to do the chanting. Our next chant is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. I'll type those words in, Karen, if you'll talk about it, please.
Okay, so this is where we chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Charlie will let us know when we get to that magic number, and then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo.
Let's take a breath into our heart center again. As we felt the energy of freedom before, where we opened up to miracles, now feel the miracle of love. Let's go right into that space in your heart where there is only love. Only love is real. And as we stay there in that energy, we're going to chant Om 3 times. Om is the cosmic sound of God. And as we do so, just pour that love from the divine further into your heart. Let it anchor there in your heart center, because then we're going to connect the heart and the brain, and then we're going to give that love away to the world. So take a deep breath in, focusing on love, and let's begin the chanting of Om. Now keep holding that energy in your heart, that beautiful love energy. Pull it up to the forefront of your mind. And as you take a breath in, send that love out over the world, wherever it's needed. The love knows where to go. It knows who to minister to. It knows who to touch on the shoulder and let them know they're not alone. So let's just take a moment in silence to do that. Shanti, Shanti, Om, peace, peace, peace. Peace is our prayer for our world, that everyone can feel that beautiful love inside their heart and know that that is where peace is. It lives inside of us. Om Shanti. Oh, thank you all so much for being here tonight. Every night we make a declaration that there is peace in our world, on our earth. And I'm going to ask Charlie if you would please lead us in that declaration tonight.
Oh, I would be deeply honored. Oh, this is something we've been doing for 968 days now. And what we do is we declare that there is peace on earth because we know deep down in our heart that there is. So we declare that there's peace on earth, and we declare that that peace begins inside of us. So we're going to count down from 3 and say it all together. 3, 2, 1.
We declare
that
there is peace on earth.
Peace on earth.
We
And
declare
declare
that peace begins
that
inside of us.
begins inside of us.
So it is.
Always.
Is forever. Amen.
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 Thank you. Thank you, Charles.
And we've been doing this as a group known as the
Peace.
Peace for peace.
And what would Auntie Jean say if she was here?
I'm a P.
Peace.
P
You're
for
a
peace.
and
You're a
I'll
P.
be too.
Wouldn't you like to be a P too?
Me too.
If you're here
And if you're
listening
out
to
there
us,
listening, you're a P
you
too.
are definitely a P for peace. And that just means you want more peace in the world, and you're here to show that. So thank you. Thank you to all the P's that are here, including Gracie P.
Ye.
Hi, everyone. And you know, with every day we know that the hills are alive with the sound of chanting and the sprinkling of peace and the smile on faces, because peace is coming around the corner.
When we chant,
Let it
chant.
chant.
Peace is coming around the corner.
corner.
Smiles on people's faces. Peace is coming around the corner when we chant. Be kind.
Kind. Oh, Gracie, we thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you for blessing us tonight with your presence. Oh, this is so awesome.
Thank
We come
you.
together every night. So those of you who are new to us, thank you for coming in and sharing with us and wanting more peace in our world. We wish you a beautiful, happy rest of your day or night, wherever you may be. Stay in your heart, stay blessed, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Wow.
And we leave you with
Namaste.
Bye, everyone. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Thank you for being with us. Good night, Marlene.
Bye.
Marlene, our little Canadian P. We love you.
Yeah.